What is going on, you beautiful, blessed boys and girls? This is Tyler Tote. There is a hilarious trend going around a little while back all across social media. My wife and I were getting some kicks out of this. It was where parents with young kids would actually say to their young kids, hey, for 1 minute, we're going to leave the room and you can say any bad words that you want to say. So, whatever those things are, you won't get in trouble. Don't worry about it. And then they would leave a camera on and see what some of their kids said. So some of them were, back from the old Christmas Story movie, the oh fudge type moment. You can actually check out right up here. This is what happened when my wife and I did it with our two little toddler sons.
Only when mommy's gone, when I leave the room, can you say bad words, and we never say bad words again, okay?
Okay.
Mommy's gonna go, and you can tell the bad words, and then mommy will come back, okay?
Okay. Mm. Bad words. Bad words. Bad words.
So they took it very literally and said bad words, which made us feel pretty good as parents. They don't know a lot of bad words yet. We've insulated them from that. But in all seriousness, our words do hold a ton of power. And this led to some really good conversations with my wife about, well, what are some banned words that we want to use in our home? And we've had this for a few years now. I believe it's truly powerful, and our words hold so much power. The more you study Jesus or any strong figure, you just see the power of words. So I'm going to share top 3 banned phrases and words that'll 10x your family. Hey, hop in and let's go. So the first of these banned words, and this came from an awesome book I read several years back, James Clear, wonderful author of Atomic Habits. It's an amazing book. Actually, I made a whole video on this book. I'll link it here below as well, so check that out. But look, the first one is have to. This is such a subtle shift in the way you say it, but it makes so much of a difference. Oh, I have to do the dishes. Hey, I have to take my kids to school. I have to get that book report done. And if you just reprogram your mind from a have to a get to, hey, I get to do the dishes. Hey, you know what? We're blessed, man. I've been to parts of the world where they would kill to have food to put on those plates and kill to have a dishwasher and kill to have running water. So I get to do those things. I've been a parent who actually got to go to work. See how I programmed that in right there, and earn money and earn healthcare and all the things that I got to do at work. I didn't have to go, I got to go. But in doing that, I didn't get to take my daughter to school. And so I know a lot of parents now that, oh, I have to take the kids to school. And I'm like, do you know what a blessing that is? You get to spend some quality time with them. You get to ask them questions. You get to give them a high five when they get out, tell them to have the best day. What a gift. And so you can reprogram your brain and start to think of this. Now, I might annoy my kids a little bit, especially my 9.5-year-old daughter at times where, Daddy, I have to do this. And I'll say, what? What do you get to do? What? So we really made it a big point of emphasis that in our family, we don't have to do anything. We get to do everything. It's a small shift. It's a really big, powerful thing in the way that you think about things. Even now that I'm stuck in traffic, right? I have to get to this place. No, I get to go to that place. I get to be in a car. I get to listen to great music or a great podcast or do any of the number of things I get to do. Everything in life is a gift. And this is how one easy way you can start to change your words to change your mindset. So I challenge you from here on out, moving out, ban those 2 words have to, replace them with get to, really small shift, really big change. The second one, and this one's really cool. This comes from an old school movie. I think I get said this every time I say it on Twitter or social media, but you never try. So I think it's Yoda who famously said, you can't try, you either do or you don't do. I've really internalized this, and you'll never hear me say again, or my children or anything, I'll try. Well, I'll try to do that. So what trying implies is that, well, if everything works out well, I'll stay the course. That's not how life works. Well, I'll try to get to the gym tomorrow. Well, who's in full power of that? Whose feet are going to get down and walk and move and get there? You don't have to try. You're either going to make up your mind and do it, or you're not. And so when guys tell me, I'm on a coaching call or this or that, well, I'm going to try and do that tomorrow. I'm going to try and write the gratitude. I'm going to try and do these things. I say, no, you're not. Don't lie to yourself. Don't lie to me. Decide now. Take a moment. Are you going to do it or are you not? That's the real level of commitment. And so, whenever anybody says around our house, I'm going to try. I walked 100,000 steps a couple years ago, and I do a lot of step challenges and different physical challenges. I just like to push myself and see. My daughter, who is 9 now, but was 8 last year, she kind of liked watching me do that and was real interested in it. And she's real active herself. And so she said, hey, Daddy, I'd like to do that as well. And I said, well, here's what it's going to take. We'd have to get up early. We'd have to, do this to increase your steps and all these things. I said, would you like to do it? And she said, well, I'd like to try. And she's 8 at this time. And I told her, no, I won't try with you. That's not what we'll do. I said, go in your room and you think about it for 48 hours and then you come back and say, am I going to actually commit to doing this or am I not? And either way is okay. I'm going to love you either way. You're 8. You don't have to do 100,000 steps, right? But just think about it. Maybe you want to lower it, but really understand what the work's going to be and then promise yourself, I'm going to do it. I think this is one of the biggest things in life. And this is why a lot of people yo-yo and up and down. Well, I'm going to try to do that. I'm going to try. And what you're doing is you're breaking that subconscious. You're lying to yourself. And if you get used to lying to yourself, then the excuses and the rationalization start to come. So my daughter actually came back the next day and said, I'm going to do it. And so we started working towards it. She did a 30,000 step day, a 40, a 60. She recently just did a 70,400 step day, and she's 9 now, but we're grinding up towards that. So next thing will be 85-ish, and then we'll crush the 100K. There was no trying though. If you ever find yourself saying, "Well, I'm gonna try and do that," I urge you to think of this video and take a little pause and say, "I am in full control of whether I do that thing or not." So I don't need to say I'm going to try. I'm either going to do it and commit. And that's how the real champion mindset. And I think that's what separates, I just say, winners from dreamers. The people that try and, well, we'll see if everything falls into place. And then there's the people that are like, I don't care what comes up. I'm going to do it. So this is how you become that kind of person. Ban the word try from your vocabulary, from your family's vocabulary. This third one, this is a really powerful one as well. We don't allow any complaining without gratitude to be followed behind it. So we would ban just straight up complaining. So what this really looks like in practicality is, say we're stuck in traffic and I might find myself saying, man, the traffic sucks today. My wife might remind me, or one of my kids might remind me, but, and then I might trigger my brain to say, but I'm grateful that we have this car, we have music, we can have conversation and quality time, and always going to end with that positive note. This is an absolute game changer in your family. I might hear my daughter say something like, hey, sorting all the laundry or my chores really sucks. I really don't want to do that right now and complaining about it. And I'll say, but there are kids in the world that would kill to have 5 pairs of pants like you have. Some of them only have one. So end on a positive note. Again, just reprogramming that brain that, look, what's complaining is easy. Anybody can complain. It's very easy to complain. It's harder to find the gratitude constantly and to make your brain shift. And look, the same way we build muscles at the gym, doing these little activities will build that muscle in your brain where I promise you, if you're real intentional about this and you're really mindful about it, do these things for a while, it becomes second nature. And then all of a sudden, things start hitting you in life and you don't start thinking and dwelling on the negative. Your brain instantly flips to the positive. And well, what's the best side of this? And how can I react? How can I keep going? How can I win? So I know some of these things, these are little changes. These are little minute changes. But I'm telling you, if you take some time, journal on this. Hey, here's the 3 things I'm going to change in my family and the way that I speak or whatever that might be. Put these into practice. Write them down every couple days, man. Just program your brain to ban these words. We ain't trying anymore. We're not complaining without gratitude, and we're canceling have to. We get to do everything. So I hope you guys have the greatest day of your life. Thanks for tuning in. Change your words, change your life. It's a really good old book that I'm a big fan of. Author is God. It's the Bible. And in Proverbs is a really great verse says, as a man thinks, so is he. And look, another wise saying that you got to be careful about your thoughts. They become your words become your actions become your life. And the way you live your life, that's who you are forever, right? And so you can start this stuff very intentionally by just journaling down, hey, this is what I'm going to change. Make these small changes. It's the small changes that add up over time that yield the biggest results. So you guys go have a great day. Be kind to yourself, be kind to others. Ban these 3 words and let's stay winning, fam. Have the best day.